Ladies and gentlemen, we're exploring Jaguar Health's financial results, a company committed to discovering, developing, and commercializing plant-based prescription medicine for urgent global health needs. We always have the pleasure to be joined by Chief Executive Officer Elisa, who's going to kind of explore this with us. Thanks so much for joining today.
Oh, thanks for having me. We're so pleased to be able to talk about our performance this quarter.
Yep. And it's a pleasure to get you on because this quarter was pretty astounding, to say the least. We'll get right into this because you saw a quarter over quarter 12% increase in revenue to 2.9 million and a whopping 641% increase year over year. What can you kind of tell us about the segments that are driving this growth?
So where this growth is coming is it's attributable in quite a bit to our shift to specialty pharma distribution. So the key thing about specialty pharma distribution is it's patient focused. So as many services as we can possibly provide to the patient, particularly complicated patients like people living with HIV/AIDS, preparing us ultimately for when we have follow-on indications that are in development now, for example, for cancer therapy related diarrhea. But the other thing that it does is it improves our gross to net by reducing some of the waste, by reducing distribution costs, by improving as I said, the gross to net. So for example, this quarter, our gross to net was 77%. Industry average for branded product is about 50%. Last year, we were at 7.7%. So an order of magnitude increase. And net revenue is the thing. That's the cash that we're actually collecting and bringing into the company as we're servicing patients, as we're getting their prescriptions filled, as we're working with the insurance companies to remove prior authorizations.
Now, do you want to give us a little bit of insight into the pipeline and kind of just what's expanding here? Because we saw good growth in the sales of Canalevia. Kind of just give us some insight on that aspect of it.
Yeah, so what we're doing now is a very important patient population. HIV was fast-tracked by the FDA. We have conditional approval for Canalevia, which is for chemotherapy-induced diarrhea in dogs. So shows how the regulators have found these populations and these needs for crofelemer very, very important. They're relatively small markets. They're specialty markets, but it's setting us up for a much larger impact that we can have in the overall health community with the late stage clinical trials we have going on right now. Cancer therapy related diarrhea, the trial is called On Target. It's a phase 3 clinical trial. We expect to complete patient enrollment in the first half of next year. We're already preparing our inventory build, and that is a product that is under development, which is Mytesi, the product that is already on the market, the same dose, the same formulation, the same supply distribution channel. We're also preparing through our company that we've established in Europe, Napo Therapeutics, where it have approved an investigator-initiated proof of concept trial for patients living with short bowel syndrome, another very complicated patient population. That data is expected to be generated and published in December of this year. And then in Europe, can lead to expanded patient access, early patient access, a program that's only available in Europe. Ultimately, when that data comes back and we get approval in the United States, again, we'll benefit from the specialty pharma distribution that we have.
I guess finally here, there's a lot going on. What should investors pay most attention to here? What kind of catalyst? What do you think is coming up that's really relevant?
In this really tough environment in the market right now, and in particular with biotech and healthcare, I think what's really important is risk mitigation. So we are doing pipeline development of a product, crofelemer, that's already approved under Mytesi for a chronic indication with a full supply chain in place. The two most common reasons why new drug applications fail, and also our major catalysts are in the next 6 to 12 months. So we're a company that's been in drug development for a couple of decades. But you build in the pharmaceutical industry, you get success in phase 1, you have to spend money on phase 2. Success in phase 2, you have to spend money on phase 3. We are just around the corner from being able to bring this product to regulatory approval for much larger patient populations in need.
That's incredible. I definitely appreciate this insight today, Lisa. I'm going to pass the question off to the viewers. We'd love to know what you guys think about all this in that comment section below. Consider subscribing because as news comes down the wire, of course, we'll continue to update you here as well. But stay cool, stay awesome. And as always, we look forward to catching you in the next one.
See you next time. Thank you.